What up, peeps? Welcome to today's vlog. Got Ryan here with me.
Yo.
And Abby just left to go and take some packages to USPS. We just got to the store. We're about to start working for the day. Abby and I stopped at Home Depot before we came here, picked up a few things. We got a little hacksaw. We're gonna cut this second thing here to go right up there. So we're gonna do some measurements, cut this thing. We got some black electrical tape to, seal off the sharpened edges, but the sharp part's gonna go up against this, and we will be zip tying everything and attaching it. And then we got a few other things. We got more zip ties. We got the tape, of course. We got some brackets and nuts and bolts to build up higher, but we didn't get any sort of pegboard or anything else yet because we need to take some measurements and see exactly what we need. Need to plan it a little bit more before we start buying some of the more expensive stuff. So we'll probably do that in the next couple days, but I'm excited to get going on this and show you guys when this thing's up. So we got that little piece cut. We got it put up here because you can see there's some black electrical tape on there to just make the edges not sharp at all. It doesn't line up perfectly because it's missing this piece of it basically right here. So it doesn't sit at the same height as this one. We did put this little bracket thing in there to hold it up, and it gets it pretty close. It's not perfect, but it'll be fine for now. So we got it all zip tied. It's super, super secure. So now we have a shelf across the whole thing. Ryan also finished moving these shelves up. So now we have room across the entire bottom of this case for strategy guides. Now there is one other option. If we end up moving the pinball machines and get like some bookshelves over here, this whole thing could be strategy guides. And then across the entire bottom here, we could fit another row of shelves, which obviously I think having more games out is better than having more strategy guides. But if we can do both, that would be perfect. So we still kind of need to decide what we're going to do there. But we also have plans drawn up for the pegboard that's going to go up top here. I forgot we had some pegboard in the office in the back, so we were using this kind of as a guide. We got measurements taken. We know exactly what kind of boards and everything we need to get. So the idea is to have, instead of just having like one tall thing right here, we're going to make it more of a rectangle. So it's going to have an 8-inch base this way, which will make it sturdy enough to not fall over. It's going to be secured to it anyway, but so it's going to be 8 inches this way. It's going to be 30 inches tall, and then this thing is 99 inches long. So we're just going to be using a couple 2x8s, a couple 2x4s, and then the pegboard. And that's basically what it will look like. These would be the 2x8s. I put a line through it because I was originally going to do 2x4s, but so the 2x8 across the top and the bottom, 2x4s going up and down like that, and then pegboard would go right in there. And we brought this shelf out from storage just to test and make sure that if we have them spaced like that, will it still fit? And it will, no problem. And if we do have an issue, all we have to do is cut off this one little peg. We still have the two on the ends, but I don't think it'll come to that. But a couple people had some concerns about blocking visibility by putting stuff up here. And honestly, you can't see. I had Ryan stand over here and I was by the register. Unless you move to the side anyway, you can't see them. So that's not really an issue. But Ryan also is always standing right back there. So he can see down here. And we're not going to be putting games up any higher than these already are over here. And yeah, these are a little high, but we haven't had anyone complain about it. So, we're always here to help people. If a really short person is trying to get something off the top shelf, of course we're going to help them. So we're not even going to, I don't think we're even going to be going that high on this side with the shelves. But this is roughly 30 inches tall. So this board up there will give us room for 3 more rows of shelves if we decide to do that. We're more leaning towards just having 2 rows and then having some room up top to put, bagged accessories or whatever. But we will have 2 shelves there, 2 shelves there, then a whole row up top for other stuff, and that will basically give us 4 more of these shelves worth of PS2 games to bring out from the back. And I showed you guys yesterday, we still have tons back there. Even if we put 3 shelves there and 3 shelves there, I don't think that it would take all the PS2 games from the back. It'd be close. But getting every single one out here is probably not going to happen unless somehow we got a whole nother one of these and put it here where the glass case is and did the thing up top. And that's an idea for the future, potentially. But, you know, I'm not planning on doing that much. But, yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm going to try to go tomorrow if Home Depot is open on Sunday. I'm not sure. They have weird hours right now. But I'm going to try to go tomorrow, get what we need. Luckily, they can cut wood for you as long as you have your measurements. So we should be able to get everything pre-cut, and it'll all fit in Abby's car. And then we will just need some screws. You got to bring the drill from home. And we have some brackets and some bolts and everything. And we just need to make sure we have a drill bit to go through this as well, because we're going to be securing it. But, yeah, it's coming along. So it is way, way later now, guys. It's like 4:30 in the morning. We're staying up late, but obviously I need more footage for the vlog today. But after Abby and I got home, well, we stopped at the post office on the way home, dropped off all the packages, and then got home, played some Animal Crossing for a while. I'm trying to catch the stupid stringfish before March is over. There's like there's two fish that after March is over, they're not available, and, you know, until next March. But there's 2 fish I'm trying to catch, and they're both kind of rare. There's the stringfish and then the sturgeon, and I need to catch both of those. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've put multiple hours into just trying to catch the stringfish alone. I haven't been able to do it yet. Abby caught it, but she hasn't caught the sturgeon yet. But yeah, we're still really, really enjoying Animal Crossing. But in addition to that, earlier today and earlier in this vlog, I talked about what we're planning on putting above the PS2 games in terms of like shelving, where we were going to be doing like the pegboard with like some sort of wooden frame. And I actually put a lot of work into that earlier, drawing up the plans and coming up with, you know, exactly what we need to get from Home Depot. And then I'm so glad I did this, but I came home because I was trying, there's a website that we've bought stuff from before called like Store Supply Warehouse or something like that. We bought our shelves from them before, and if we were going to be getting the pegboard stuff done tomorrow, I would have liked to have the shelves as soon as possible. We only have 3 shelves left at the store, though, and we needed 4 per side minimum. So I had to buy some more, and I bought them last time from Store Warehouse Supply, so I was going to buy from them again. And I went on their website, and I was looking around, and we are no longer doing the pegboard anymore. We are no longer using wood at all, which I'm very, very happy about. So the reason that we were going to go with the pegboard is because first of all, pegboard is really awesome, but basically we are going to go with more grid wall. And we originally had kind of tried to think about how we could do that, but the other piece we put up earlier, obviously we had to cut it to make it fit. But if we hadn't cut it, we were thinking of some way that we could get it up top. And we couldn't figure out a way to secure it and make it like strong enough, because it's just a flat thing and we're primarily using zip ties to hold everything up. So we didn't really see an easy way to secure it and get it up there. And so we kind of abandoned that idea and started going with the pegboard idea instead, because it would be more secure. So when I went onto the website, I was looking at the grid wall. I was looking at the pegboard shelves, and then I was like, for whatever reason, I looked at the grid wall stuff, and they have grid wall legs, is what they're called. They're basically, so if your grid wall is standing up like this, there are legs that go like this, and there's two of them that go attached to each side of the grid wall, and like in an H pattern basically, and they give it support and it can stand up. And I was like, well, if we had that, we could probably use grid wall on top of this shelf, because the legs would give it support, and then we could zip tie everything and make it really, really secure. So I started looking into it, and they have all sorts of little grid wall attachments and fasteners and all sorts of stuff. So now we are going to be using 4 panels of grid wall. So instead we were going to have like 4 pegboard things. Instead we're having 4 grid wall panels that are going to be 2 feet long each and 4 feet tall. So the pegboard that we were going to be using, we were only going to be doing 3 feet tall, or roughly 3 feet, but we're going to be doing 4 feet with the grid wall because that's just the smallest that they make it. But what's awesome is that we're going to have 4 of them side by side. We got these little fasteners that you can basically attach one thing of slat. I keep wanting to say something else. You can attach one section of grid wall to another section, and then so we have feet that are gonna go on both ends, and all the other ones will be attached in the middle. They're like little metal fasteners, but we can also zip tie if we need to make it more secure. So basically, we're going to have another 4 feet of shelving on top of that, and 4 feet is pretty tall. We weren't even going to do that with the pegboard because it's really, really tall, and nobody will be able to reach anything up there. But we don't have to put anything up that high. So the plan is to have, I think, 4 more shelves of PS2 games above the current setup, and then anything above that will be extra room for maybe like boxed consoles or empty console boxes, or like bigger boxed toys or bigger boxed accessories or anything like that. It's kind of going to be out of reach, which is how we have all of our console boxes right now. They're all on top of the cabinets. So that would be a perfect spot for stuff like that. It just gives us more room if we need it for anything else. So I've actually gotten all that stuff ordered, and it should be here on Monday, which is very, very exciting for me because we don't have to wait 2 weeks for it to get delivered. I bought them from Uline, which is a company that you can buy any sort of packing or shipping materials. They have boxes, bubble wrap, poly mailers, stretch wrap, anything you can need, but they also have all sorts of store and warehouse supplies, everything from like conveyor belts and forklifts all the way down to like batteries and thumbtacks and just random stuff. So Uline is in Washington State, or at least one of their locations is. It's up near Seattle, and we've ordered boxes from them before, and we always get them in 1 to 2 days. So I made the order. It was really, really cheap. I think even cheaper than the pegboard would have been. It was $191 for everything, and that is after tax and shipping. So I ordered it today, which was Saturday. Tomorrow is not a business day, and it's supposed to be delivered on Monday is what it says. So I'm very, very excited for that to come. We're going to be able to get that stuff up, and by the time we reopen, man, it's going to be so much better. With the extra 4 shelves of PS2 that we can get out, we're not going to have all the PS2 out from the back, but I mean, with the 3 shelves that we added yesterday, plus the 4 more we're going to be able to do, that's 7 new shelves of PS2. We only had 7 shelves out before. So that is literally doubling the amount of PS2 games out for sale on the floor. And that's incredible. I'm so happy about that. Plus, we're going to have more room on the other side of that grid wall. So more room for other games or other accessories or whatever it is. We don't even really have anything to put up there yet, which is great. It's great to have room to expand and not immediately fill up all the new shelves as soon as we put them up. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about that. And I do want to apologize for rambling, but this is something I've been wanting to do for such a long time. And typically we don't have time to rearrange the store like this because obviously we're open and we only have 2 days off a week. And after working 60 to 70 hours a week, the last thing you want to do is spend your 2 days off working more at the store. So this is going to be awesome, and I cannot wait. And I'm so happy that we're getting them from Uline because they're coming so quick. Like, this is going to be done in less than 48 hours from right now. That is very exciting for me. Sorry for rambling, guys. Because I don't really have too much like exciting footage for this vlog, and I don't really have anything I can use for a title, I'm going to show you guys the most expensive games in my collection. And please understand, I'm not doing this to brag or anything like that. I'm simply doing this because I know it's something that you guys would enjoy seeing, and it's going to give me a really good title for the video that people are actually going to want to watch versus me just putting something like rearranging the store, day number 2. I mean, how exciting is that? It's exciting for me, but not for you guys. It's not an exciting video title. So let's take a look at the most expensive video games in my entire collection. So these are both of the Wii U New York City exclusive limited edition games here. We have Hyrule Warriors on the left, Mario Kart 8 on the right. These are both brand new factory sealed, limited to the Nintendo store in New York, and no one really knows exactly how many were made, but it's estimated somewhere between 300 to 600 of each, which is super, super low. It's also kind of hard to nail down a value, at least on the Mario Kart one, somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000, and the Hyrule Warriors I think is closer to 1,000. But yeah, these are some of the most expensive games that I have. Definitely the most expensive Wii U games I have. There's a couple variants that might actually sell for a bit more than that if they came up on eBay. But the only variants that I'm really missing are incredibly difficult to find. I think way more rare than these. But we'll talk about those in another video. And then we have my complete in-box Sculptor's Cut for the Nintendo 64. As you guys know, I recently completed the Nintendo 64 collection. At least every box and manual. I still need like 10 cartridges. Most of them are just cheaper sports titles. But this guy here is fully complete. I've got a little special acrylic case here for him. Does have some sticker residue on the back from a Blockbuster sticker, but it is a Blockbuster exclusive, so kind of have to expect that. Just looked it up. This guy is still selling anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 for a complete copy. Price Charts had one that said it sold for $14,500, but I clicked on it and it was relisted down at like $9,000 something and still has not sold, so that is not accurate. It's definitely not worth that much. Maybe a sealed one, but there's like 2 of those known to exist. But yeah, I love the N64, and we're getting up there in price. Second to last one here, guys, we have a complete in box Little Samson for the NES. Just looked up on Price Charts because once I get games, I typically don't keep up on price because I already have it. But just had to look this one up again. Looks like complete in boxes are selling anywhere from $2,500 up to like $4,000, which is crazy. Luckily, I didn't have to pay quite that much for it. I did pay a lot for this game, but I got a decent price on it. This one also has a special acrylic case and some ballpoint pen on the back there. But definitely my most expensive NES game, and a very cool one to have in the collection. But we have one last game, which is probably not something you guys are expecting, but I only have one sold sale to go off of for a price, and it's higher than all the rest of them. So what I think is the most expensive game in my collection is this copy of Pokemon Box Ruby and Sapphire for the Gamecube. This comes in the big box. It includes I guess it's not really a game, but it has the game, the memory card, and a link cable for the Game Boy Advance. The reason this one is so expensive is because this one is still factory sealed. You can see the sticker seal there. Never been opened. And I need to get a special case made for this one as well, but or just get it graded, I don't know. But there's only one sold listing that I can find on Price Charts, and it was a VGA graded copy that was like an 85, and this would probably grade somewhere around there as well. But it sold for like $6,000, which is literally insane. I paid less than a sixth of that to get it. And I honestly didn't get it that long ago. It was maybe, I don't know, maybe like a year ago, maybe a year and a half. Basically, I paid about what a complete copy would sell for at that time for this sealed copy, which is crazy. I still can't believe that. I got this on the same day that I got the Gamecube kiosk. Got them from the same store, which is just insane. This wasn't even out for sale. The guy pulled it out of the back to show us, and I was like, he wasn't pulling it out to try and sell it to us. He was just pulling it out to show it off. And I was like, how much? And we ended up buying it, which is crazy. Personally, I think that a complete in box Little Samson or even those Wii U games are probably more rare than this. It's just the fact that it's still factory sealed that drives up that price. Even complete copies have been selling for over 1,000 now, which is really, really crazy. And like I said, there's only one sale of it selling brand new, at least according to price charts, and it was like, $6,000, which it's a lot of money. I think that that's probably a little bit inflated just because it was graded, plus it's also like the only one. So I really don't know an exact value, but I mean, if one sold for $6, that's all I have to base it off of. But it's really, really crazy. It's not something that I'm even thinking about selling. None of my collection is for sale. But yeah, this is it's crazy. I still can't believe it. And like I said, I hope you guys don't think that I'm showing you these to brag or anything like that. I'm just trying to share some cool stuff from my collection and give you guys more of an interesting vlog than it would have been if I hadn't shown these. So I really hope that you guys do understand that. I love sharing my collection with you guys through YouTube videos and everything. Obviously, I've been making videos for a really long time. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be doing it. I don't make a lot of money off of YouTube, you guys can probably guess. And I put way more work into my channel than what I get out of it, at least monetarily. I enjoy making the videos. I love sharing my collection with you guys. And it's just fun. You know what I mean? I don't have a ton of time to sit down and play all the games in my collection. I'm hoping that later on in life I can play more of them once I have the time. But I do, and I really love collecting. And I love the games, of course. And sharing my collection through YouTube videos is just one easier way that I can get some enjoyment out of my collection, is sharing it with you guys. And hopefully you guys can appreciate that. I never want to come off as being like braggy or anything like that, because I really try not to, and I hope you guys can see that. But with that said, guys, that's going to do it for today's vlog. I really hope you enjoyed. Thanks for sticking through to the end. I know that I rambled quite a bit about rearranging the store and the new shelves and everything, but I'm really excited about it. I'm sure you guys can tell. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smack the like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow.